All right, welcome to Off Topic, our scrappy, pugnacious sports podcast where we always go off topic. Tim, Matt, CFL, what's going on, bro?
Wow. What a game last night. The Lions took it to the Elks. Now, this was cool in the sense because the pregame was Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
right? So
Pre-game or halftime?
Pregame.
Pre-game, okay.
Show. So he does a pregame show. And the owner of the Lions, it's the third year he's done this. He did LL Cool J, 50 Cent, and now Snoop Dogg.
Oh, okay.
And it's the only games of the year they open the upper deck,
Yeah,
right? And it's packed. It's like a sold out house.
it's exciting, man.
And Snoop was there. It was funny because he was signing footballs and throwing them into the second level.
Oh, nice.
He was getting them up there to the second level. He looked like he was having a great time, all decked out in Lions gear.
Yeah.
Right?
The guy brings it.
Oh,
Snoop's a hoot, man.
Oh, he's awesome. I love the guy. I love the guy. The game itself, I tuned in just before the halftime.
Okay.
And it was 7-3 for the Elks. And I'm like, wow. And I watched a couple of drives both ways, and it was two plays punt.
Crappy field goal league.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a fun game. Second half came on, and I was working on my computer, so I had it beside me.
Right.
It was exciting.
Nice.
Oh, it got really good, really fast.
Opening day, a good exciting opening day sets the tone.
It
Now
does.
you want to watch more.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
Like, you watch a boring game, for God's sake, CFL, and you tune up. But when you have a good opening day, you can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
So how'd it go down? Tell me.
Rourke ran for 54 yards.
And he was who did he play with last year? He was on the
Lions. He came back to the Lions. So
After-
he went down to the NFL. So he was with the Lions, went to the NFL, bounced around a bit in the NFL. Jaguars brought him on initially.
Yes.
He went a couple other places. Came back last year because he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And they needed him because they lost 2 or 3 quarterbacks by that time. He just couldn't get it going enough.
No.
Yesterday, he was on fire. 27 of 36, 324 yards, 3 passing touchdowns.
Nice.
Right? James Butler, the running back, 10 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. Nathan Rourke, 5 rushes for 54 yards. Great stats there. But it's Barry Hill who caught 6 receptions for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns that really lit things up
That's
for the
great.
Lions.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So there's some really good play last night by a bunch of them. I think the Lions look solid this year. Their defense just kept coming after the Elks. Like the Elks had that scored 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. Couldn't get much going otherwise. They got the 2 brothers, Trey Ford and Tyrell Ford is on defense. They're playing together, which is kind of a cool story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So otherwise, let's click back here. Saskatchewan beat Ottawa on Thursday
Yes.
night. That was a good game, too.
My
I watched
Alouettes
that.
won. There we go.
Alouettes 28-10 Friday night.
Nice.
Calgary beat Hamilton. BC
Nice.
beat Edmonton. All the home teams won. All the home openers, they got to win in their home opener.
I saw
cool.
I saw a picture from the Alouettes game packed at Molson Stadium.
100%.
Yeah,
They're
it's such
crazy.
a great. It's perfect. It's the football stadium. It's just like boom, outdoors,
Yeah.
right down to the field level.
I mean, it's crazy out there how well they show up for football.
Yeah, I've
You know.
seen a few games where it's maybe half full,
Yeah, but
depending. But yeah, to get it going, to win big, beautiful night by the looks of things. So it's just
local guy Tyson Philpott got 4 catches for 48 yards and a touchdown in that game.
not complaining. Nice.
Let's see how his brother did. Let's go over the Calgary game. Stampeders, Calgary 38 points. Because Jalen's quite the player himself. Tyson and Jalen Philpott, wow, just phenomenal.
We watched them in
players.
Border Bowls and All-Star games.
Yeah.
And just they were a level unto themselves.
Yeah, they hit.
And they were tiny too.
Well,
I saw them when they were 14, 15. They were
Yeah.
like the 2 smallest on the field with the highest vertical and the quickest 40. Like they were just lightning bolts.
2 catches, 21 yards. So I mean, he still did well.
There you go.
He scored 38 points. Four running touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns for the Calgary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Great start to the CFL season.
Yep.
And I will probably tune in for Grey Cup in the playoffs and tell myself I'm going to watch more CFL football. Thing is, Friday night, I just turned the Jays game on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was doing some work yesterday. I turned the Jays.
There's Snoop.
There's
QB
Snoop. Was Football Academy. He's got a football league. Guy's great, man.
Yeah, here he is. And this is what I was talking about. He throws it way up there, second level.
Oh my God! Look, they're so excited.
They're fighting over that one. They're probably still fighting over that one. Yeah.
The guy just brings it, man.
He gives BC some love right there.
He is a gas.
Yeah, I like Snoop.
He is a gas. Okay. Now, big news out of the NFL.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers have finally agreed to work together. And I think the most telling thing is some of the memes coming out. Somebody had a shot of, Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers in, pre-game meetings, and they're like doing meditation yoga together to calm each other down, because it's going to be interesting, man. It's kind of like an immovable object against an unstoppable force. I'll let you pick which one's which, but yeah.
Well, the one that got me, I think you might have even said it to me, is that when the Packers, when Rodgers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl,
yeah,
and it said Aaron Rodgers stopped the Steelers from winning the Super Bowl once. Now he'll do it again. I mean, I don't think this is a bad idea for the Steelers. This was not a huge.
It's 1 year commitment.
Yeah, it's a 1 year commitment.
And what's the worst thing that can happen?
$13 million deal. They got some other guys. They got some other pieces there. Mason Rudolph. They got the Will Howard from Ohio State. I think it was. He's
not NFL ready. He may never be.
No, he may never be. But I mean, this is a good guy to sit behind and watch.
Yeah.
Roger says I'm willing to work with all of them. I think that he's just kind of. He's finishing off his career, trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Just show up, do your job.
Yeah.
Be nice to your teammates and go home. Just keep the crazy. One season of no crazy. It'll be interesting. I mean, I look at Mike Tomlin on the sideline, watching on TV, and I look into that man's eyes, and I get scared sitting on my couch. He is pretty intense, and it's just like, okay, if I'm Pittsburgh, I sit down okay, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Do you want to throw a season because we've got some good quarterbacks coming up next year, or do you want to work and try and keep the winning streak alive? What do you guys want to do? Yeah. I think they want to keep the winning streak alive.
I think so too.
And you got to be professional about it. Throwing a season doesn't always work. So
no, I mean you don't want to throw. These guys are athletes. They're competitors.
Some of the best quarterbacks you'll find. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts. None of them got picked in the first round. Brett Favre was second round.
Yeah.
Yep,
I agree.
So, you've got some young kid, won a national championship, coach him up, work on his passing. He'll figure it out.
100%. Here we go. Here's the details. It's a 1 year, $13.65 million deal after passing a physical.
She'll pass.
Oh, he did, yeah. $10 million guaranteed, can be worth up to $19 million with incentives. So, you know what? He's going to go there. He's going to play football. He's 40 years old, and he's 41 years old.
God love him.
He's showing up at the facility at 8 a.m., and he's ready to go. So
God love him. God love him.
Yeah.
What's coming out? Brock Purdy. Now, last week, you said something about Brock Purdy putting on 48 pounds in the offseason.
I was wrong.
It was 43 pounds, apparently.
Sorry, my bad.
I didn't believe you because, personally, I think it's impossible to put that much weight on in a few short months. But he seemed to be able to do it. And I don't know how you play quarterback at 6 foot, 250 pounds. That's kind of like crazy. That's like weightlifter, bodybuilder, Venice Beach build.
Yeah.
And B, I don't know how you put that kind of weight on in just a few months. I don't know what kind of protein shakes the guys. I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm not implying anything online. But yeah, that is a sick amount of weight. He looks amazing.
He's
pure muscles.
Yeah.
But holy crow, that is
he's huge. I mean,
that's nuts. That is a lot of weight.
Look at the arms on him.
He looks he was big to begin with. At
Well,
6 feet, 200 pounds, he was pretty solid.
So you got these legs on him
Yeah.
that were massive, but his arms weren't that big. You look at the size of his arms, you can tell that he's been hitting the weights,
Totally.
right? And then I kind of look at this and think, well, is that really, or is that just some computer generated thing? You know,
This is 43 pounds.
that's a lot.
In how many
So,
months, though?
You know,
Like
well,
43 pounds. Like you start weightlifting. I'm 175.
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet half an inch. Okay, on a good day. So I go to a gym and say, hey, I really want to start putting some. I want to start getting fit because I'm 57 and blah 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 blah. So the first 3 months or 6 months, I will put on 15 to 20 pounds.
Right.
Right. So that first 15 or 20 pounds are the easy ones because I'll shed some little bit of the old man punch that I've got, and I've got very little muscle tone to begin with. So I'll put on that first 15 to 20 pounds in a matter of months.
Right.
The next 15 to 20 pounds, that's where it gets really hard.
yeah.
That's where it gets really hard. That's when you're protein shaking, you're pre-workout taking, you're on a very specific weightlifting program. Now he's a professional athlete
in his 20s.
In his 20s, and he's got a team of personal trainers that work with him around the clock.
Yeah.
And sure, but 43 pounds in the off season, which is a matter of months, when you've already at 200 pounds,
Well-
that is crazy. That's like,
Now that's the question: is he now 243, or did he take some of that soft and
did he
and
have
change
any
it?
soft at 6 feet, 200 pounds? I don't know if he had any soft because, like you said, his legs were huge.
Did he convert some to muscle as well? Did they do the BMI testing, the
Jeez,
whole
I
9
don't know.
yards?
That's crazy. I'm really, first of all, he looks great.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Brock Purdy fan.
Yes.
So I got nothing wrong with
I'm-
Brock Purdy. I'm looking forward to San Francisco really breaking out this season because things didn't go well last season. I had him pegged. First game of the season, they looked like a team destined to go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're angry, like they're hungry, they're animals. And then things just fell apart.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
There's injuries, there's attitude. I mean, when you got your number one CMC,
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, goes down and before the season even starts.
Right.
That
He's the
already
leader
puts
in
you
the
on your
backfield.
heels. Yeah.
And then George Kittle got injured, and then Brock Purdy got injured. Like I said it before, their offense is a triangle, right? And you can figure out whichever one CMC, Kittle, or Purdy. But if one goes, the other two go.
Yeah.
Right? One gets injured, the other two go. So I was a little surprised they didn't take a tailback in the draft because CMC is getting a bit older.
Yeah.
But
Well, and the guy that they had that filled in for him, they sent Mason. They sent him to Minnesota.
yeah. So
So-
what did they get for him? I can't remember.
I think just a draft pick.
Yeah.
Or he might even been a free agent. But they've got that Garendo who started to come on at the end there, that it's just going to be a monster up
Yeah.
the middle. So, yeah, I think Mason's rookie contract was up and he just
Yeah.
signed in Minnesota.
Something like that.
Yeah. But so they got this Garendo. They did take a running back, but not till late, right?
Yeah.
And San Fran has had the ability to find talent on the offensive side of the ball late in the draft.
Yeah.
So,
And of course, they have a good O-line. So if
Yeah.
the O-line stays healthy, their offense is fine. But it's just in terms of leadership, CMC is like the leader in that backfield.
Yeah.
He's, Purdy's great, but he's still pretty young.
yeah. Well,
You know
they
what I
still
mean?
got the receiving crew, Jennings and then Ayuk.
Yeah.
And the guy that got a shot for the watch,
Oh,
Pearsley.
geez. Ricky Pearsall.
Pearsall,
His
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah. And he was coming on. They got Kittle, like you
Yeah.
said, part of the triangle. So I think their offense is fairly solid. They did some work with their O-line, which is good because
Yeah.
you want to keep Brock up tight.
Good
right.
luck tackling him. Just
Yeah.
stick his arm out.
Like, look at the size of that arm. That's crazy.
It
Right.
is. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for him. I just looked at those numbers, and I'm really curious. Like, did he sleep and eat, or was it just like protein shakes on IV as he just like hit the treadmill and lifted weights at the same time, 24 hours a day? Like, that's a lot of weight to put on in a few short months.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's the alarm bell going off in my head. Like, holy crow, man.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
And now, Wayne, did you get that picture I sent you? No. Okay, no, he didn't get it. I meant to bring it up. Christian Bale and Nicolas Cage
Oh, I got that here.
are doing a movie, and I have not seen any trailers yet, and they're going to be Al Davis and John Madden. And you're going to get the picture of Christian Bale. They're doing the Oakland Raider biopic or however you want to describe it. And Christian Bale looks exactly like the legendary Al Davis. I'm not sure I know which one's Christian Bale. He's got the white t-shirt on, and that's the original Al Davis. But you have to sort of look to see if that's Christian Bale on both pictures or if it's the original
Yeah,
one.
I know.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
And if anybody can pull that stuff off, it's those two guys.
Yeah.
It's just,
Well,
I'm so excited.
Christian Bale is such a good actor that he in the way that he just sort of gets himself right into the role.
Oh, my God.
He lives that role, and he's crazy.
Where's Christian Bale from? Without cheating. Like, what country?
Canada, is he?
Christian Bale?
No, he's
I put you on the spot.
yeah. No, it's I'm thinking of the other guy. Where?
He's from the UK. He speaks with a Cockney accent.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, most people don't even know that. I didn't know. He won the Academy Award for that boxing movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Right. Yeah.
And he got up, that's a great movie. Oh, I don't remember the title off the top of my head. Anyway, he gets the Academy Award for Best Supporting.
Right.
And he goes up and accepts his award, and he's British? And he speaks with a Cockney accent.
Oh, no way.
I had no idea, because he's so good, you just never know. He just does. His first movie was The Last Emperor of the Sun, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Where he's the kid that gets lost in Japan, and he's living in Shanghai.
Yeah.
And he ends up in the POW camp or whatever with all the British expats and stuff. And he's a kid sort of hustling that was a great movie. And when he was like 15. And now he's just keeps doing it.
Oh, yeah.
He's been acting like 50 years, for God's sakes. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's
So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
All
And so here's the thing: is I want to see if I can find here Nicolas Cage.
And John Madden.
Yeah, because
Again, the makeup job. God, there it is. Is that it there? There they are. It's nuts, man.
yeah. So here, let's see if we can.
We got a bit of a dead zone here, so we sort of look at pictures that no one else can see but us. The thing about John Madden, because people talk about this era as a coach, and he really was a good coach, and he was like the perfect coach for that team in that era.
And so I don't know if you want to grab this here, Wayne.
There we go.
There we go.
Like, he's just bang on, man.
And I don't know who could look at Nicolas Cage or think John Madden and go look to Nicolas Cage, but brilliant because he nails it here.
Oh yeah, and you know his
Absolutely
performance is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
John Madden's legacy is broadcasting. And I'll tell you, because of John Madden, you and I are sitting here doing this podcast right now.
Oh, no,
He
yeah.
changed sports broadcasting forever.
Yeah.
Absolutely forever. And that's another topic we can get on later because we'll go on for hours. But anyway, okay, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Let's wrap things up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube channel, Off Topic with Tim and Matt. Facebook page. June 27th, Muay Thai Gladiators 8, eventbrite.ca. Event, E-V-E-N-T, Bright, B-R-I-T-E.ca. My son is fighting. He's going to win. And I've got 4 friends now who bought tickets. They're going to go.
Nice.
And 5th will be because you said you could probably go.
I'm watching schedules.
Watching schedules.
Watching schedules.
It's great. It's a great event. It's in the casino down in Langley. It's just a blast. It's a really great, you got to see this one time in your life. The energy in that building and, the fights, it's so well done.
Nice.
Okay. That's it for this Off Topic with Tim and Matt, our precocious little sports podcast that always goes off topic.